Here are the top 5 most compelling paranormal videos. Number 5. A group of cave explorers ran into a little girl deep inside this cave, stranded all on her own. Cold, tired, and thirsty, the girl did eventually accept the cave explorers' help in escorting her to the outside. But, as we'll see in a moment, the comment section is full of theories about what's actually going on with this little girl found in the cave. One strange theory in particular we'll be taking a closer look at. The video you just saw comes from a TikTok channel called Steve Ronan, and as we saw in the clip, him and his crew end up coming across a 9-year-old, I think a 9-year-old girl, in that cave, all by herself, wandering along. Which, I don't know how long she was in there for, but regardless of how long she was in there for, it's probably pretty traumatizing when you're that age. Now, where this starts getting just a little bit more interesting is the comment section of this video. There are so many people in that comment section that are putting forth the idea that it's not actually a little girl, it's actually a skinwalker.
Skinwalker. Skinwalker.
Guys, this is actually a ghost. They can transform into animals, humans, and stuff, and ghosts live mostly in caves.
Yeah, the Skinwalker.
No, Skinwalker, alright, the Skinwalker, dude.
He is above, so below, bro.
Sure. Suppose I can understand a little bit why they might think that. It's a skinwalker's MO. Disguise yourself as something non-threatening, gain the trust of your target, and then pounce later on. But, actually, I would like to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that could be a skinwalker in that cave? Because I actually don't know any update, to be honest, about this video. Don't know what happened to the girl, if she was reunited with her parents or not. I have no idea. And if you do find an update on that, I would love to know. But, do you think that little girl's a skinwalker? I'll tell you what I think, and I'm gonna say no. No. Just a little girl that got lost in a cave and separated from her parents. At least I'm like 99% positive of that. But if you disagree and you think it's a skinwalker, I would love to hear your reasoning. I'd love for you to tell me why. Because that certainly would be interesting, and if true, the best skinwalker footage captured of all time. But alas, we don't know for sure. At least I think I know for sure. It's just a little girl.
Number 4.
What happens to this child in this video is both shocking and interesting and possibly paranormal. Take a look. This footage comes from a lady named Rosie B2326, and as you can see, there is something incredibly strange happening with her daughter in this footage. So there appears to be an entity or something invisible that we, the viewer, cannot see that is interacting with the child. But for one reason or another, the child is able to see what we, the viewer, cannot. Yes, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this something paranormal? Or is this just the highly active imagination of a young child? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's a very strange and interesting video, so let me know what y'all think.
Number 3. This woman is being stalked and followed by what appears to be a paranormal entity. Something that we're going to be able to see in this footage. Something that her pet cat is also able to detect and see. Did you see it? If not, look again. It's at the top of the doorway. Something horrific is peering in and trying to see what's inside. Could it just be a human, or is it something else? Because there's something very off about that face. Something very dark and something very wrong. This footage comes from a TikTok channel called Angel Too Sick, and as we can see, there appears to be something quite horrific peering in through her doorway window. Now, whatever this thing is, whatever this entity may be, it clearly appears to be following her, as we can see in the footage that she has provided. In this footage, we see the harrowing experience of this thing following her, hiding behind trees, buildings, gravestones, just staring at her from across the way. Even if it is just a person, seeing this staring at you from across the field is not anything that anybody would want to experience. With that said, the question still remains, is this just a person, or is this actually paranormal? As per usual, I'd love to know what you guys think about this footage. Do you think this is real, or do you think this is just another one of those well-prepared hoaxes? Either way, I'd love to hear from you, hear what your opinion is on the matter, and yeah, that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys in the next video, so thanks for watching again, and y'all stay safe out there, okay? No ghouls or goblins getting you. So, yeah, don't look under your bed. That's usually where they're at. Stay under the covers, because, the blanket is just a 100% chance of not being attacked, because the blanket just covers you completely, It's one of those defense mechanisms that it's always going to work. Just kidding. Don't do that. Run! Number 2. This story will shock you.
What is it? It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
No.
It's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, have you seen what I've seen right now?
This video comes from a person named Andrew Dawson, and he seems to be under the suspicion that he has captured genuine proof of giants. I know, just give it a chance. If what I'm about to further show and tell you is true, then this is absolutely the craziest story that I've ever covered thus far on this channel. And what I will be showing you at the end sort of makes this seem very credible, so let's keep going. The very next day, Andrew shows up and the giant is gone.
That's where it was yesterday.
In the video, he can be heard saying that he asked some locals about the figure, and they tell him that the figure comes and goes. And so, the very next day, he shows back up to the area, but instead of a giant, he ends up recording this. What this is exactly, I personally have no idea. Back at Andrew's house, he posts a video showing how he is being stalked and followed by somebody in a black car.
That's some beautiful fun. Hey!
A couple weeks later, he posts a video claiming that the videos of the UFO and the giant were fake and scripted. His viewers, however, did not buy this due to how worried and antsy he looked in the video. His viewers seemed to think that he was in danger. However, he posts another video, yet again coming clean that the videos of the UFO and giant are actually real and that he will not be silenced any longer, also claiming that this will probably be the last time he ever posts. And with Andrew's final video posted on the same mountaintop, we see in place of the giant a mysterious military installation or building. And in probably one of the most shocking turn of events with this whole story, Andrew allegedly died 5-6 weeks after all this happened. Now, is this connected to his death in any way? I personally don't know. It is very, very fishy, however. We even have an official obituary to view, which unfortunately does not make the cause of death any more clear. So what do you all think of this story? Please let me know in the comments. Number 1. This is one of the more interesting pieces of paranormal evidence that I've come across so far. It can be a little difficult to see exactly what's going on here, but if you look close enough, you will be able to see exactly where this apparition or spirit is.
I'll be pointing out to you exactly where it is in about a minute or so near the end of this video, but I thought I would give you the opportunity to try and find and locate this thing for yourselves. I can only imagine being a child again, looking at this footage of you and your father, and being like, oh my God, what is that? How is that possible? It's a very eerie feeling as an adult. I can only imagine it's tenfold if you're a child, because when you're a child, these emotions and fears are multiplied immensely. I even get the impression that this child seems to be aware of this apparition's presence, because in this footage we can see the child looking back towards where this apparition appears to be. Now, granted, he could just be enjoying the scenery, for this is the very first time he's been on a roller coaster, but this appears to be just a little bit more than first-time roller coaster jitters. At first glance, this appears to be nothing more than an innocent time of a father and son enjoying a roller coaster together, but in the background of this video, we see something very eerie taking place in the back of this roller coaster. Here we can see within this circle there appears to be nothing in the back of this roller coaster. However, once the camera goes back to looking at the rear end of this roller coaster, we now see in the place of nothingness there is now someone or something sitting there in the back of this roller coaster. Now, if you missed it the first time or you're just really curious, you can go back to the beginning of this video and see for yourself that this entity appears and disappears multiple times throughout this video. Now, I'm sure there are many ways for someone to fake something like this, such as maybe the person, man or woman, could just be ducking down to the point where the camera can't see the person. And it does look maybe a little bit too small of a space for someone to be hiding themselves convincingly. Either way, it's a very, very freaky looking clip, pretty scary, especially if you're the child. I can imagine that that's pointed out to him. I would be like, oh my God, what? Either way, freaky nonetheless. I'd love to know what you think about it. Do you think this is a real clip of a ghost in the back of this roller coaster, or do you think maybe this is just another hoax? And a frightening special bonus. In this horrifying footage, the night guard hears banging noises and decides to investigate this room. Please protect me, God. At this time of night, there should be nobody else in this building. I guess we're doing this.
Hello?
What the? Whoa.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
This footage comes from a TikTok channel called Tim Saver. Tim Saver is a night guard at an undisclosed location, undisclosed most likely to protect his privacy, which is understandable. But as we can see in the clip, there's a lot of very strange and quite frankly horrific looking paranormal activity taking place at this man's workplace. Sorry, buddy. But as we're going to see in the next clip, which arguably is even freakier than the clip you just saw of one of his first encounters, it's going to be way worse. Let's check it out.
Hello?
As we can see in the still frame, there's a horrific shadowy entity looming in the darkness, staring at Tim from a distance. And with this brightened footage, we can make out a lot more detail in this horrific apparition. Disappearing into the darkness, when Tim shines his flashlight at this thing, it's nowhere to be found. So if this footage is real, this is one of the best paranormal captures ever caught on camera. Now, I would love to know what you all think about this clip. Is this a real apparition caught on camera? Or is this a ghost of someone who possibly died on the property? Or perhaps, worryingly, is this maybe a demon? A demon manifesting itself in an attempt to take the cameraman. We won't really know for sure. I don't have too much information on this clip. What I do know for sure, apparently, is this man quit his job the day after he saw that apparition, that shadow man. I don't blame him at all. I think many people would. Well, there's a lot of us out there that would maybe like to keep working and see what we can figure out about this thing. But I don't blame the guy for quitting at all. There's a lot to deal with, I imagine. But either way, I would like to know what your opinion is on this video. Is this a real, genuine apparition, Shadow Man? Or do you think maybe this might just be a regular old hoax? As per usual, I'm going to leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide for yourselves. I have my own opinion, but I like to let you guys decide. I like to read all your opinions on the matter, so let me know what you think. Well, that's all I got for today. The clip this time around was pretty freaky, so if you stuck around till the end, I commend you. Good on you. But that's it for today, so thank you so much for watching. As per usual, y'all are the best. And if you want more content just like this, I'll be uploading more spooky stuff here on TikTok. And gonna plug my YouTube again. I do have a YouTube channel, Keenan Keep. If you'd like to help out a small struggling YouTube channel, I would very much appreciate your help there. But if I didn't deserve your sub or follow today, hopefully, maybe in the near future, I will deserve your sub at that point in time. But if you're not subbing or following today, not a worry, not a problem. I still love y'all. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.